written the same intro to these videos 250 times now. I can't keep doing that. Just go straight in. Welcome back to another episode of Dead by Daylight Myths Busted. It's another big one today as we take a look at 14 DBD myths submitted by you lot. Hey, if you want early and ad-free access to my videos while supporting the channel, consider chucking me a few quid over on Patreon. Or don't. That's fine too. No sponsorship this video, so I'm just going to shill myself. Let's get on with the myths. A downed survivor can destroy the dredge's remnant. This was submitted by Idle. When the dredge goes into teleportation mode, it leaves behind the remnant, which can be teleported back to. The remnant is destroyed when a survivor walks through it. But is this still true for downed survivors crawling into the remnant? Let's find out. Residual Manifest blocks the twins' ability to see each other's auras. This one was submitted by A Still Exists. Residual Manifest applies the blindness status effect to the killer when you blind them. This prevents them from being able to read auras. So, will this stop the twins from being able to see each other? Blood Favour will block a pallet post any means necessary. This one was submitted by Enchanter110. Hex Blood Favour causes all upright pallets within 32 meters of a survivor who go down a health state to be entity blocked for 15 seconds. Any means necessary allows you to lift back up a dropped pallet. So, will Blood Favour's entity block be applied retroactively if the perk is still active after any means necessary has lifted up a pallet? Let me explain why I included that one. Often I'll include myths and I'll get comments saying, well, that was obvious, why did you include that one? It's because I am chiefly interested in the way that Dead by Daylight's engine works, and perks like that have a habit of being very weird and a little bit buggy. And this is exactly the kind of thing that we found in the past that's worked, where you wouldn't expect it to. You would think, oh no, that's definitely based on hits, but actually sometimes it just does it every second or something along those lines. That specifically hasn't happened before, but that kind of thing has happened before. We now know from that myth a little bit more about Dead by Daylight's engine, at least as far as that perk is concerned. And I think that's interesting, and I think that's worth having in the video. If you disagree with me including it, you can still leave your comment saying, aren't most of these super obvious? You're an idiot, Pebsie, for including them. Or you could just not leave that comment. I've gone full true talent today, you know. I'm yeah, wearing this. It's a hot day. It's a heat wave in the UK. So, you know, this feels appropriate. Appraisal works with Residual Manifest. This one was submitted by Rad Renegade. Appraisal allows you to rummage through already open chests 3 times per trial. Residual Manifest allows you to rummage through already open chests once per trial, guaranteeing a basic flashlight. But will rummaging through a chest take away an appraisal token or disable Residual Manifest's rummage ability, or will it do both? Head-on can only apply to one target. This was submitted by Spooks. Head-on allows you to jump out of a locker and stun an entity in front of you, be that the killer, a zombie, or one of the twins. But can this apply to more than one entity at a time? We can test this by positioning both Victor and the twins outside of the same locker. Residual Manifest causes Blast Mine and Flashbang Blinds to apply Blindness. This one was submitted by Azra J. As we've discussed already, Residual Manifest applies the Blindness status effect when blinding the killer with a flashlight. But does it also do this for Blast Mine, which allows you to set a trap on a generator that explodes when kicked, stunning and blinding the killer, and Flashbang, which allows you to craft a throwable flashbang that blinds the killer. Tenacity overrules knockout slow crawling effect. This was submitted by Dreadlord. Tenacity increases your crawling speed by 50%. Knockout reduces a down survivor's crawling speed by 50%. So does Tenacity either 1. Ignore knockout, allowing you to move at 150% speed, 2. Render knockout speed reduction useless, i.e. minus 50 plus 50, so you can crawl at normal speed, or 3. Have no effect whatsoever with knockout overriding the speed completely until it wears off. Let's find out. BFFs increases movement speed during frenzy fatigue. This one was submitted by Tatariu. The Legion add-on BFFs gains tokens as you chain together Feral Frenzy hits. If the add-on has 15 or more tokens once the exit gates are powered, then you're given a 4% haste increase when not in Feral Frenzy. But does this apply to the Legion's fatigue state, as that's technically not in Feral Frenzy? Two anti-hemorrhagic syringes can take a survivor from dying to healthy. That is a difficult word to say. I gotta say it again now. This one was submitted by... this username. The anti-hemorrhagic syringe is a medkit add-on that passively restores a health state to a survivor over 16 seconds. But what would happen if you applied 2 of these, one after another, to a downed survivor? Will they recover to healthy passively? Or does the second syringe cancel the first one out, leaving them in the injured state after 16 seconds? Let's take a look. That was really weird. The syringe only got halfway done. It must be that applying 2 syringes cuts the time in half for some reason.
From what I gather, if you put on 2 syringes, it will like, instead of got like 100% rate of 6, it goes every 16 seconds, I think, so to speak. So it's a bit like charges on the generator, it'll go at 100%. If you apply 2 syringes, it'll go at 200%, so it should take 8 seconds.
Residual Manifest blocks Freddy's ability to teleport. This one was submitted by Chiefy Xboss. So in the last video, we found out that having blindness via Residual Manifest does not prevent the Dredge from being able to teleport to lockers. This comment from Ember Fox points out that blindness has no impact on critical auras that are displayed in white. However, it does block generator auras. As Freddy relies on generator auras for teleportation, is he unable to see them when he has the blindness effect? Stunning a killer during a mori stops the mori. This one was submitted by Nightwolf. This one wasn't presented as a question, so I've put it in question form to fit the format. If it's wrong, that's my bad. Sorry, Nightwolf. Great suggestion, though. Pretty simple stuff here. Let's find out what happens when you stun the killer during a mori. Stunning actions when sick and uninjured versus the plague keeps you silent. This one was submitted by Insane TV. Once again, another simple one. Let's take a look. The scratch marks from Diversion go away quicker with lightweight. This one was submitted by Rasputin. Diversion allows you to throw a pebble that causes scratch marks and a loud noise notification at the place where it lands. Lightweight causes scratch marks to fade faster. How much faster? That depends whether you're watching the video the day I upload it or a few days after because of patch 6.1.0, so I'm just going to stick with faster. But will lightweight impact the scratch mark duration of Diversion? Let's find out. Diversion will create an explosion in the air if thrown from a high place. This one was submitted by DeJoin. And we close off with another pebble myth. Let's see if we can cause the loud noise notification explosion to appear in the sky by throwing it off of a high place. And there you have it, a further 14 DBD Myths Busted. If you have a suggestion you'd like to see in this series, leave a comment with the word myth somewhere in the title. Also, it'd be cool to do a dedicated 6.1.0 Myths Busted video, so if your suggestion relates to the new patch, write mid-chapter somewhere in the content too, as that'll make it easier to find. As always, feel free to keep submitting the same myth over and over and over again until I cover it. I get so many suggestions, so many great suggestions, a lot of them end up slipping through the cracks. Big thank you to Halsey for helping out with this video, jumping in a custom game for the anti-hemorrhagic syringe myth. As always, a big thank you to my patrons, Bros, Helzer, Strawbrook182, Kurt Gardner, Sylvan, Think Sometimes, AVR Razor, Coke Head, Channel Manager, Chipstar878, and Godfather Dumbledore. You guys are legends. If you want early and ad-free access to videos while supporting the channel, consider chucking me a few quid over on Patreon, or don't. That's fine too. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.